Hi, and can you believe we are getting ready to start week 6 in computer applications? Not very many weeks left in the class. Make sure you check your grades in your class. You can do that by going to the left side of the screen in Canvas and clicking on Grades. All of your Excel assignments are graded, and I will have all of the Word assignments graded. Hopefully, my plan is to have them all done by Wednesday of this next week, so that if you have questions that you can ask them before the Thanksgiving break, which is coming up really, really quick. So, this week, well, let's talk about last week first. Last week, you did your Word event flyer. Let's go into Canvas and see what was going on. So here in week 5, you had your a discussion post. What did you think about Microsoft Word? And oh, by the way, the websites that you guys posted, I actually made a list of for myself, and I've been looking at some of the ones that you said that you liked that I hadn't heard about before or hadn't checked out in a long time. So thank you for all those responses. And this week, I want you to let me know what you think about Microsoft Word. So far, there's been a few, it's a word processing program, big deal. But I've also heard from a lot of you talk about how you hadn't realized it could do so much and that it was eye-opening and how easy it was once you knew how to get around in it and what it could do. So, and that's the main thing I want you to take away from this class is I want you to remember, so if you go on to a 4-year college program and you have to write a paper for our psychology, say, and they want you to write it in APA format, and you remember, oh, there is an easy way where I can store my citation information. The actual APA format style isn't going to be correct because Word doesn't keep up with all the changes they make, but you can always add your citation information into Word, and so you have it right there, and you can set it up so it prints out for you the way you want it to. So you can Google it. And that's the idea behind this class, is to give you the tools you need to go forward, even if it's you're in an auto shop and all of a sudden your boss comes up and says, hey, I want you to make an invoice. You're like, oh, I could use Excel for that. Or I can use Word to create an event flyer to tell them about the sale that we have going on this week. So that's my idea with this class, is to help you learn how to use the programs and to help you learn to use them and learn where everything's at. But more importantly, so that you have in the back of your brain that knowledge that, oh, I know I can do this in Word. I don't remember how, but I know I can. And so you can go to Google and search and find it and do it and make your life a little easier. So that's my idea. So this week, you had the event flyer, and the ones I've looked at so far have been pretty interesting and fun to read. This is one of my favorite weeks to grade. And then the cookbooks. We all have been doing a really good job with the cookbooks. And those are both due on the 16th, so hopefully you have them all done and ready to go. So this week, the 17th through the 23rd, is PowerPoint. Now this week's a little bit different because Thanksgiving break's coming up right after this week. November 24th to November 30th is Thanksgiving break. So I'm excited about Thanksgiving break. I hope you are. This is the first year in a long time I don't have a lot of travel plans. I don't trust the weather to get too far away from the state. So It's going to be kind of like a staycation for us. But I do know that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of Thanksgiving week, I'm going to have family over at my house and going to be busy with a lot of stuff, so I probably won't be answering emails. But if you do have questions, if you are working on assignments, please, please, please send emails, and I will respond to them as soon as I can. But what that means is that for your PowerPoint assignments, I'm giving you a little bit of extra time. In fact, in week 5, if you need a little bit of extra time getting that Word event flyer or that cookbook, if you need extra time to get those done, you need to send me an email and let me know why you weren't able to get them done. But I will be gracious and give you extra time to get those turned in. Because it's Thanksgiving. And I am thankful that you've chosen WSU Tech as your school. I'm thankful that you've chosen to take CED 115 because I am thankful for my job. And I'm thankful to have you as my student. So, this week is PowerPoint. PowerPoint is by far my favorite program. I get lost in it, and it's just the way it is. PowerPoint is a presentation program. There's lots of other presentation programs out there, and the discussion board talks about how do you like PowerPoint. So you might not be able to answer that until after you look at some of the assignments and stuff. But what I have found is the majority of students have had experience with PowerPoint by the time they come to this class. That's why we only do this for 1 week. And you might actually have experience using different presentation programs. And you can let me know about those in your discussion post as well. Because I know there's Google Slides, there's Prezi, there's different ones out there available. So that is a discussion board, and that's the only thing that is actually due this next week, and it is due November 23rd. So if you want to be counted present for class for week 6, you have to have that turned in by November 23rd. Otherwise, you're going to be counted absent. So make sure you get that discussion board turned in this week before November 23rd. And make sure you post early so that your classmates have somebody to reply to so they can receive full points. There is a video that goes over the PowerPoint assignment in SAM. You've got your link to the text, there's the video, and then here is the assignment. I will tell you in PowerPoint for the grading in Cengage, it is very strict. If you misspell a word on a slide, if you put a period where a period does not belong, you will be counted wrong for the whole slide. If you're going to have some bullet lists, and if you do not put the bullet lists in the correct location, you will be counted wrong for the slide. Let me go out of student mode here and bring out the instructions for that. It won't let me do that in student mode. So you can see what I'm talking about. Now, when you complete your assignment and submit it in Cengage, then you will have access to the graded report, and it will tell you exactly where you're getting counted off on. And so that will tell you which slides or slide that you made your error on, and you just need to go in and look at the details. Pay attention to the details. So I've got my instructions, you've got your starter file, and then you've also got a support file. So you're going to have 3 downloads for this. I'm just going to download the instructions here on this one. talk about this. We're going to go over here. Going to enable editing just because I don't like seeing that yellow bar. So here you're doing the Lakewood Community Pool, and you're doing a presentation for the homeowners. And a couple of things, and I go over this in detail in the video, so I strongly recommend that you watch the video and then go back and do the assignment, because I'm going to explain a lot of the details, a lot of what's going on. If you were taking this class face-to-face, it's exactly what you would get in the class. So when you're moving pictures around in PowerPoint, you're going to have these little lines that show up as you're selecting the picture and actually moving it. Those are called guidelines. Now, if you have a computer that the resolution is kind of a little wonky on it, you might have difficulty seeing those guidelines. So you might have to look really, really close. But when you're moving the pictures, it's going to tell you, like here at the bottom of slide 1, resize the picture so it is 6.5 inches wide. So it's going to tell you exactly how wide it is. So you're going to select the picture, go up to the picture format bar, and then you're going to clear over to the right and change the width. Then you're going to click and select the picture and move it around until you see those bars, and you've got the bar on the right, across the top, and here on the left and on the right. And what that is doing, it is making sure that that picture is an equal distance from both edges of your slide, and that it is lined up with the text on the left-hand pane. It's really a cool feature. It's called guidelines. One reason why I feel that I can just do 1 week in PowerPoint is because a lot of the stuff here in PowerPoint is not new. You formatted pictures in Word. You formatted text in Word. You added bullets in Word. You messed with a lot of the same stuff in Word that you're doing in PowerPoint. And guess what? It works the same way. When you save your file, when you add information to the Info tab, it is all the same way. So you're not learning anything new with a lot of it. You're practicing those skills again. Now, there are some things that are new, like animations and transitions, and so we talk about that in the next assignments. But in this first assignment, all you'll be doing is changing how information looks on your slides. So here, it gets a little funny the way it's worded. So on slide 4, second phase, change the text to phase 2 in the title placeholder. Change the first paragraph to Therapy Pools Improve Mobility in the text placeholder. Now remember, in Microsoft, every sentence, as soon as you hit that enter key, that sentence becomes a paragraph. So the first line would be the paragraph. So you're going to make that, you're going to change the text and make sure it's not Therapy Pool Improves Mobility. It's Therapy Pools Improve Mobility. So watch where you put that S. You're going to say, change the second paragraph to Outdoor Pools Have Slides and Lazy River. There's not an S at the end of that river. It's where I see a lot of students getting marked off. So make sure you pay attention to how it's written in your instructions. Let's see, where is the other stuff? Here on number 2, this is where it gets a little confusing sometimes. It says on slide 2, create a multi-level bulleted list. And we've talked about those, but how they write this out is a little confusing. So it tells you first what's going to be in the bullet list, the text, and then what level they want it. So enter Ultra Modern Facility as the first level bullet, first level paragraph. So that paragraph, that's your bullet list. So the first level which is the one that's lined up with the margin. Then enter land donated by city as the second first level paragraph. So you're just going to hit the enter key at the end of ultramodern facility, and you're going to automatically be adding another first level paragraph. Type your information in. Then it says enter adjacent to baseball field. Now that is a second level paragraph, which means it's a second level bullet. So they're just using different terms in PowerPoint. And so once you hit the enter key after you've entered that land donated by city, then you're going to hit the tab key and type in adjacent to baseball field. So you've got that second level paragraph. Now if you get confused, because here, no, which one is it? Where is it at? Okay, right here on slide 6, you're going to create another multi-level bulleted list, and it can get really confusing because you go back. Here's a first level, second level, third level. Okay, so you've got a lot of different levels of paragraphs, and you're like, whoa, I'm confused. Right here, you can look here and you can see, okay, oh, this is the first level, here's the second level, here's the third level, and then we're going to go back to the first level and back to the first level. So you can look to see how the slides are supposed to be set up. Now, don't just look at this and make changes. Make sure you read the instructions and make the changes. Now, again, you have 3 opportunities to improve your scores. If you're not happy with your first score, you can make changes to it and resubmit it for a higher grade. Now, this is the last opportunity, the last assignment you have in Cengage, so take advantage of getting that full 50 points in this assignment, okay? So, that is the Cengage project for PowerPoint. Let's go back to the next one. Now you have the What Do I Know presentation. Now, look at this. The discussion board's due November 23rd, but the rest of these aren't due till December 7th. And that's because of Thanksgiving break. So here, the What Do I Know presentation. I love this assignment. It's 20 points. When you open the assignment, you're going to be creating a new PowerPoint presentation. You're going to be entering and formatting text. You're going to be creating some word art, adding pictures. There's a video here explaining the assignment, and then here's the instructions. What I want you to do on this assignment is I want you to create a PowerPoint based on a subject that you know about. I don't want you to have to go out and do a lot of researching. Maybe you know how to make the perfect turkey and cook it, okay? Maybe you know how to raise turkeys, okay? Maybe you know the history of Thanksgiving. Do a presentation on it. I don't want you to go out and do a lot of research. I want you to concentrate on making this the best presentation you can. And I tell you over here, what I want on the first slide, what I want on the second slide, and so forth. Each slide is laid out. I want a transition on the slides, and I want animations. And I talk about animations and transitions in the text. Basically, when you get into PowerPoint, you have the opportunity. Let me find them. Well, here's the Booster Club assignment. We're going to be talking about this here in a minute. But for each slide, you're going to have the transition. Transition is when you're giving your presentation, it's how each slide appears on the next slide, how it's going to go over. And when you add transitions, you're going to pick the transition that you like, and you can change the effect options. Is it coming from the right to the left? And then right here, you need to apply to all. Otherwise, it's just going to apply it to that specific slide. Now, anytime you see a star over here in the navigation pane, that lets you know that a animation or a transition of some type, one or the other, or one and the other, have been added to that slide. But you want to add transitions to all. And the only way you're going to apply the same one to all slides and not have to go into each individual slide is hit that apply to all. And you also want to make sure you advance the slide on mouse click. You don't want to set it to run automatically because that's irritating for me as I'm grading if all of a sudden the slide's moving and I'm not ready for it to move. So, animations. Animations are how your object moves on your slide. And so on this slide, I can come over here to animation pane and I can see there are no animations added to this slide. Now, if I wanted to add animation to it, maybe I wanted this panther to come in after my slide appeared, I could come in and I could say, okay, I want you to float in, and then I could come over here and effect. Well, no, I don't want, I want it to come in from the side, so let's see, how about fly in? What are the effect options on fly in? So you can see there's different options for every single one of them. So if you don't like what one is, hey, look at the next one. So I want this one to come in from the left, and I want it to start not on the mouse click, but I want it to start after the slide appears. So you can choose on your animations, are they going to start when you click your mouse or your space bar when you're giving your presentation? Or do you want it to go automatically with the slide or with the other animations that are on there, or after those animations? So I want mine to come in after, and then I can tell it how long I want it to take, or maybe I want it to delay coming in. I can do all of that stuff. So over here is a preview, so I can preview, and this is how my slide would appear. So that's a little fast for me, so I would probably slow this down. Preview. Yeah, I like that a little better. So you can see how that animation makes a difference to your slides. So I don't think I tell you specifically which animations to add to the slides. I just have you add animations. There's different types of animations. There's entrance, which is what happens when you first go to the slides in your presentations. Emphasis, maybe you want something to spin or teeter back and forth or something. Or exit. Now what exit means is when you click on the mouse to go to the next slide, then the animation is going to take effect. You can also do motion paths. It's a little more in depth. And then there are more entrance effects, some more emphasis, and more exit effects down here at the bottom. So there's lots of different ones you can choose from. Smart art. I think, oh yeah, we did talk about smart art in Word, and you're going to be doing smart art as well. Let's see, where is it here? Let me see if I can find my, oh, come down here at the bottom. Here's the smart art I did for this particular assignment. I did what do I know, how do I make cupcakes. So that's what I did. And I did mine. So I think the key thing I want you to do is make sure you check your spelling and your grammar. There's also a PDF of the instructions here if you need them. And please submit them in a PowerPoint document. I leave text entry on here in case you want to make a comment or something, but basically I want a PowerPoint document. I don't want a PDF. I want a PowerPoint. I will not grade it unless it's a PowerPoint. And I actually open and download the PowerPoint document. So if your preview pane looks wonky, don't worry about it. I download the file. Wonky's my word of the day. If you really want something funny, watch a grandma, go to YouTube and do a search for grandma reading Wonky Donkey. It is hilarious. You will laugh, guaranteed. So, go back to the module here. What do I know presentation, and then there's a quiz. Again, Thanksgiving break is happening. I know as I said, I've got family coming over on Thursday, so I'll be busy Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, of course Friday and Saturday shopping, getting the house ready for Christmas. At least that's what I do. And then Sunday I'm going to hopefully rest to get ready for the end of the semester coming up. So hopefully you have opportunity to recharge your batteries and spend some time with family during Thanksgiving as well. But you also have the opportunity to work on your assignments if you don't get them done. I would recommend getting them done so you can enjoy Thanksgiving, but that's just me. The other thing that is available to you, let me change it back to student view so I can make sure, is week 7 is available. And I'm going to try to have week 8. I'm just checking the links and making sure the links work, and I'm having our iTask go in as a student, double checking the links because I've had some issues with that with Canvas this semester. And I want to make sure they're going, but week 7 is the project week. The discussion board is where do you think we're headed with technology? It is there. All of these are due December 7th. Week 7 is open to you. So if you have time during Thanksgiving week and you want to start working on these projects, you can. Now, right now, I don't have video, I think, on the PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to try to get that done this week and get that posted. But you have an Excel fundraiser where I give you a document to start out with, and then you make some changes based on an Excel fundraiser. I also want a Word document for a fundraiser, and so that is there. You're going to make a kind of a letter to your community, letting them know that, hey, the Panther Booster Club, we have some sales coming up. Now, yes, I admit I chose Panthers because I'm from Derby, and I graduated from Derby, and the Derby mascot is Panthers. And our football team, we're a football town, and we can debate that if you want to, but I probably agree with you. I don't think we will ever go to 2 high schools because of our football team. And hopefully we get to state this year, and hopefully we win state. That would be nice. But be that here nor there, that's the fundraiser, is for the Panther Booster Club. So just make sure you pay attention to the instructions, and it is there for you if you want to start working on it after you get the PowerPoint done. So let me know if you have any questions about it, but it is there and it is available for you if you want to start working on it. And those are due December 7th. Okay. Now, once we get into week 7, after week 6 and week 7, after December 7th, I will accept no late assignments. I have to have grades turned around pretty quickly at the end of the semester, so I'm not going to have time to have a lot of extra late assignments coming in. I do know that sometimes life happens, but you're going to have to contact me ahead of time, let me know what's going on, and it has to be approved. Just reach out to me if you have questions about that. But basically, after December 7th, no late work accepted. Okay? So, get to work on week 6. Get that turned in and done. Make sure you get that discussion board done for sure by the 23rd. And just let me know if you have any questions. Have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you later.